Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about possibly the best book to start self-improvement, which is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, even though I'm not even done reading it, I'm already so impressed by this book. Its concepts are easy and applicable, and everything about this book is just so fresh. So before I get ahead of myself, let's just look at the first chapter of Atomic Habits. So every chapter starts with a story. In this case, we have a story about how much the British suck, which is very cool, but it's how much the British cyclists used to suck, which is not that cool, but it's still manageable. So since 1908, the British had won one gold medal at the Olympic Games, and haven't won the Tour de France in 110 years. I mean, just imagine that a company did not want to sell them bikes because they didn't want to be associated with such an underwhelming team. But then, the man who was destined to change the future of British cycling was hired. His name was Dave Brailsford, and he had a strategy of aggregation of marginal gains. He basically broke down cycling into every single part that he could think of and then improved it by 1%. For example, they redesigned the bike seats to make them more comfortable. They also rubbed alcohol on tires for a better grip. They also did some pretty unexpected changes. For example, they tested different types of massage gels to see which one would lead to a fast muscle recovery. They determined the type of pillow and mattress that led to the best night's sleep for each rider. And they even painted the inside of the team truck white, so they could spot a little bit of dust that would normally slip by unnoticed and could degrade the tuned bikes. After 5 years, Bro's team was winning absolutely everything. British cyclists won 178 world championships and 66 Olympic or Paralympic gold medals, and 5 Tour de France winners were from Great Britain. And this run, which lasted from 2007 to 2017, is still regarded as the most successful run in cycling history. We always overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements every single day. We often convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. With these small changes every day, however, if you get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. And if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you'll decline to almost zero. Therefore, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. We could even argue that habits shape our very own identity. But let's get back to why setting goals is not the supreme way of change. There are 4 main reasons why focusing on goals is inferior to focusing on systems instead. First one being that winners and losers have the same goals. Now, we perceive that they won because their ambitious goals led to their success, but we overlook all the people that didn't win something or that did not succeed. We cannot say that it was the goal that led to the victory, because there clearly has to be something that separates the winners from the losers. And that very thing is their system, which is basically asking the question, how did they improve? And not what do they want? The second problem is that achieving a goal is only a momentary change. Now imagine you have a messy room and your goal is to have a clean room. You get all the energy to tidy up and then you have a clean room. That's very nice, but your habits, your same sloppy pack rat habits that led to a messy room in the first place, will make the room messy again. The third problem is a little bit more known. It's that goals restrict your happiness. When you say, oh, once I reach my goal, then I'll be happy. Once I'll be able to do this, then I'll be happy. And then you'll realize when you reach the goal, you're not actually that happy. And goals create an either-or conflict. Either you achieve your goal and are successful, or you fail and you are a disappointment, and there's no middle ground. A system-first mindset provides the antidote. When you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. You can be satisfied anytime your system is running. The fourth problem is that goals can prevent long-term progress. It can create a yo-yo effect in your mind, that you train hard for something for months and then you cross the finish line, let's say in a race. But then what? What happens after the race? You stop exercising because there's nothing that motivates you anymore. These are the four problems that come with goals. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for the next video. Another great habit would be to leave a like and subscribe. I don't want to be a beggar, but more on the subject of identity in the next video.